What's up, YouTube? CTWD5239 back here again, and today I have a deck profile for you. But this is going to be the deck profile that I'm running pre-Primal Origin. The deck that I'm going to be running post-Primal Origin will be a little bit different, but pretty much the exact same as what you see here. So this deck is the same deck that I will be running until I finish Artifact. Which hopefully won't take too long, but it's going to look like it's going to take a little while. But nonetheless, here we go. It is my Galaxy Eyes deck. My Photon deck, whatever you want to call it. I've been a fan of Photons for a while. I hadn't found a consistent way to deal with them. So, I did some testing, and I thought, what could I do to mix a deck in, or an archetype in with galaxies? And I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to flip the camera so. I'm doing this on a really old mattress, not my actual mattress. So it's not going to let me hold it the way I want to hold it. But I figured out an archetype that I could actually switch in with it. And it's not a complete archetype. It's a small archetype. And it's Gagagas. You guys know that I run Gagagas in a lot of decks. And if you actually think about it, the rank 8 possibilities with this deck, if you play it right, are pretty freaking good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start the deck profile and put, sorry about that, guys, I'm trying to hold it right. It's gonna be a little bit shaky, I'm sorry, but, nonetheless, here we go. To start off the deck, we run 3, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I mean, he's the main card in the deck. Why wouldn't you run 3? Opens up a whole bunch of plays. This is pre-Primal Origin, so remember this. He's one of the main cards in the deck. Other than 107 and Neo Galaxy Eyes and Heliopolis, this is the main card you want to get out, because he is a pretty strong card. Next, we're going to run triple Galaxy Knight. I'm trying to also do this so the glare is not going to kill you guys. I love this card. This card and mixing in with Photon Dragon and Photons in your graveyard, which is pretty easy to do in this deck. It's pretty good. I have not gotten a lot of cards from Primal Origin, remember that, but with one of the cards that are in Primal Origin, I'll explain when I get to it. Just trust me, it'll be really good. After that, we run only 2 Galaxy Wizard A, because there's no room left. Like, airtight. This is like a bride who had a piece of pizza before fitting into her wedding dress on the day of her wedding. Like, that's how tight this deck is. So, 2 Galaxy Wizard, obviously, you know why, and I'm not going to really go through it. And then, I run 2 Gagaga Magician. 2 Gagaga Magician has been very good. Opens up different rank plays. Opens up darts into this deck, which is pretty cool. So, 2 Gagaga Magician, you can go into 8s with Galaxy Wizard, or Galaxy Knight, or Galaxy Eyes Photon, or go into regular 4s with, Galaxy Wizard, which is a really good play. But, also opens up other ranks with this card, because if you want, you can keep Gagaga Child as a level 2, make him a 3, 5, anything between 1 to 8, and that's pretty good in today's formats, because you have to have, higher rank exceed monsters to pretty much win anything now. So that opens up 4 darts already, which is pretty good. Next, we have 1 Photon Thrasher. A, because I could only afford 1 ulti, and I didn't think you could really need more. This is a mix and mash build, because I call it the Gagaga Galaxy deck, or Gagaga Photons, whatever you want to call it. I think it's going to be pretty good after I get my box of Primal Origin, because when I ordered the box of Primal Origin, I also got an extra card to make sure this deck was going to be finished. and I'll let you guys know what those are at the end of the duel. At the end of the duel. At the end of the video. Another card, because this deck can be sacky, so you gotta run something to help your skull. I run Marshmallow. Can't be destroyed by battle. All you gotta do is set it and then flip it when it gets attacked, and your opponent takes 1,000 damage. That's pretty good. So running Marshmallow in this deck, it's not bad, and it'll make your opponent waste a Dark Hole or something like that. Then you go on and you run 2 Alexandra Dragons. 2 reasons I run Alexandra Dragon. It is a 2,000, it is a light, it is a dragon. Well, there's more than 2 reasons right there, but shut up. I don't know. And because of this next card, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Running this, it's a proxy in this deck. I'm gonna say that. But it opens up more darks. All you gotta do is banish an Alexandrite Dragon. So, running Red MD in this deck, it's not the worst idea. Obviously, with the Photon deck, you have a lot of lights. But the way I run this deck, with Gaga and of course Red MD, opens up Dark Place as well. So, you can run BLS in this deck. And I think that just makes this deck so much better. Because when push comes to shove, BLS is one of the best cards in this game. You can go from worst to first in the tournament with just a BLS on board. Because you can get them out, you can banish, and you can attack twice, or attack twice, I should say. Alright, and next, we're going to go to hand traps. I don't really consider this a hand trap, but I decided to wait until it was with the hand traps, because, you know, you don't really ever play this card on the field, and that's honest. Self-explanatory, light deck, honest, duh. One attack failure because it is light, and you obviously are going to need help in this deck. With effect negation due to Bujins and Jugias and all the things that are in the meta nowadays, and one more last monster. A, because it's dark, and 2, because you can get sacked pretty much in this deck. Of course. That's all the monsters. I think it's pretty good so far. Post Primal Origin, that'll be great because it'll help me get out with 7, and just I'll explain at the end when I get to yesterday. I will do another deck profile here probably Thursday or Friday. Thursday is when my box and my cards are supposed to get here, so I'll probably be doing that, a trade binder update depending on what I get from Primal Origin, and an update of this, and the box opening, of course. Alright, now we're on to the spells. So, onto the spells, we're going to go with Galaxy Expedition, 2 of them. If you control level 5 or higher Phonton, or Galaxy Monster, special summon 1 level 5 or higher Galaxy Monster from your deck in face of attack. Which means you could be running, you could have on the field a Galaxy Eyes or a Galaxy Knight and be able to bring either the opposite or another one out in the snap of a finger. So unless they're running like Dark Bride, which is not something you see people run nowadays, unless you're playing Malefics, and yes, that will be a deck profile I'm doing. Unless you're running Malefics, not really much that could stop this, because you don't set it. Because this deck is very back row issued, double MST, no need to explain that. I used to run 2, and then I saw what I'm ordering from Primal Origin to help make this deck pretty cool. I dropped it down to 1. Forbidden Lance, simple as that. Book of Moon to help from D-Prison, and, well, not necessarily D-Prison, but to rent, Mirror Force. I'm getting my traps mixed up, but yes, Book of Moon can help, stop Mirror Force. If I have Galaxy Eyes out and I attack with the monster, he Mirror Forces, Book of Moon, save my monster. Dark Hole, because, fuck shit, that's rough. Potter Duality to help with draw power. Pretty much a tech card right now, because Galaxy monsters are really strong, but if in case you do get stuck with just a Gaga Magician on board, I do run 1 Burden of the Mighty. It is arguably the easiest card to sub out. So I really don't complain with it being in the deck. It's continuous. It'll stop them from targeting other cards for MSP. Not much other to say than that. Arguably the newest card in this deck so far, Soul Charge. This deck, like I said, can be really sassy. In late game, Soul Charge is great because after I go Prime or Tachyon and I detach the material, what material am I going to be detaching? Either a high level 8 or another high level 8. So, duh is all I have to say. Soul Charge helps me bring out the whole bunch. And I'll talk more about that later. On to the traps now, because a lot of people run back row, and, like, anti-meta decks are a thing. Double trap stun, a lance, a trap stun, Call of the Haunted, and Soul Charge to help me protect monsters, or at least bring them back, apparently, for some of them. Yeah. And like I said, this deck has been a high capability of being sacked a lot. So double Mirror Force. You have to do double Mirror Force. Another card that I pretty much tech in this because it just helps me so much. Arguably this next card, the best thing to do is when you're getting attacked and you get honest, activate this card because it sucks. The highest amount of damage I've ever done was when I was dueling with my usual cameraman Michael, and he attacked honest me, and I activated this card and did 5,600 damage, and it wasn't even my turn. And I'm talking about double magic cylinder. Like I said, guys, this deck can be sacked very easily. Protect yourself. Yeah, double magic cylinder. It's a thing. Another thing you really want to do is bring stuff back, and you're not always going to want to have to pay the major price of Soul Charge. So, Call of the Haunted. That pretty much rounds out the main deck with what I have. These two cards are cards that you can run as proxies or as easy sub-ins, and they are for a second Forbidden Lance and a Dimensional Prism. Lance to protect your monsters, D-Prism to help yourself. With these two cards, I'm just going to spoil it. With these two cards are going to be a rank up magic quick chaos force. Because what that does is it gives me a quick play ability, so I can chain if it gets MSP'd, A, and B, to bring out number C107, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, or that's the name of this one, isn't it? Yeah, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I don't remember its name, but yes, that's why those are in there. Those are the two cards I would be taking out to put in the 2 rank up magic for Chaos Force. And since Exceeds are very easy to put into this deck and play into this deck, you know, why not? The extra deck will be the way it is for now, until I get my box of Primal Origin. Because when I get my box of Primal Origin, there are extra cards I ordered. Those extra cards that I ordered are 3 C107s. I'm probably only going to be running 2 because I only have 2 107s. And three actually, number 62's Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. So just keep that in mind when I'm going through this, and that's why they aren't in here. 1 Neo Galaxy Eyes, A, because it's the only one I have, B, because it's expensive, and C, there's a pretty high cost with it. 2 107s, and open up those C107 please. Number 46 Dragulon. I'm gonna read his effect. It's 2 level 8s, and once per turn, if you control no other monsters, you can detach one extreme material and activate one of these effects. Special summon a dragon type monster from my hand. That means I can bring out any dragon type monster. With how easy it is to bring out rank 8s in this deck, this is something you want to have handy. Second one is discard dragon type monster. Oh, target 1 dragon type monster your opponent controls. Take control of that monster. That really doesn't apply to me in this one because I don't have many people that play dragons. I don't think I have anyone that plays dragon. And then third, dragon type monsters your opponent controls cannot activate their effects until your opponent's end. Until the end of your opponent's turn. So yeah. Next we have Heliopolis. For sevens, because God Big Eyes are a thing. Number 11, Big Eye. I have to change this up a little bit because I want to add another one in here. This is actually a rank 7, believe it or not, even though it has galaxies in it. Number 42. It's a stun card or stall card, not stun. But stall card because you can bring it out and then detach 2 exceeding material. No, it's 1 exceeding material and bring out 2 tokens. 2,000 attack tokens. So what you can do is bring him out, attack with the 2 tokens, bring out, draw out, back row or anything, and then tribute them if you have your normal summon still, and, get, Galaxy Eyes out, which is pretty good. So, yeah. And then 4s, extra time, 2 101s and an extra. That's pretty much it. Side deck. This side deck is pretty much simple. 1 Gaga Magician, 2 Photon Chargeman, 2 Gaga Gardener, which I'm probably gonna drop, a bottomless, a Gaga. Sorry guys, it's late at night. I'm not even on my own mattress. Well, it's so dirty. Gaga Magician, 2 Gaga Gardener, 1 Gaga Child, Gaga Bolt because you do run Gaga and throw the crazy thing. Exceed unit, to help exceed gain power. And this will be very good in this deck, exceed unit. That's why I really like how some of these cards are so easy to tech out for others. Because I took that to Prime. Prime doubles his attack. So that plus Prime's game, broken. A second Call of the Haunted, to help bring out other stuff from the grave. And another card that I'm going to be looking more into is Galaxy Dragon. I've opened 3 packs of Primal Origin, so I got him in that. Basically, his attack is 2,000. He cannot attack any monsters except for Dragon-type monsters, and if he attacks a Dragon-type monster... Oh, it discard battles, so if he's attacked or attacks, he gains 1,000 during the damage step only. Also, negate monster effects during each battle phase. So, as long as this card is on the field, broken. But, yeah, guys, that's all. I'm sorry this is a longer video. I'll try to make sure the post-Primal Origin one is not as long. But please remember to like, comment, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. This is CTWD 5239 signing out. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe.